Hi everyone. We're starting a new residential planting. I thought I'd go through some of the patterns with you. It's very exciting. I'm glad to be here, and it's always exciting to create some new looks. We've got geranium macrorrhizum bevans, and the flow through here is going to be Carex humilis. The Carex humilis is weaving around Veronica, and it's Veronica white candles, and it's blooms a very long time, and I like the way the flower spikes stay green when it's done flowering for quite a while. Then I go to Sedges humilo. Geranium Orion is a great geranium. It fills its center. Some Coreopsis zagreb, and then it goes to Amsonia butterscotch, and then a little more Veronica white candles on the side where they come out of the house, and a Monarda, Bradburyana, and Misty Lace Aruncus. I need some more to fill in there. And then it's a drift of crystal blue salvia drifting through here with the white Veronica white candles. Some more Coreopsis zagreb. See the Carex humilis, the grout tying it together. Millennia Paul Peterson in the back, Aster Twilight. Penstemig Dark Towers in front of Aster Twilight. Behind there will be some more Chloe macra. We'll be back there with Carex Divalsa, and then Misty Lace Aruncus. I need a few more Carex, but you can get the idea. It's a group, Carex tying together, crystal blue. Like Pete Outhoff told me, Roy, stretch your patterns out. Back in 21, and so I always remember to stretch your patterns. Then I mingle a little tighter together. It's going to be a little spire with white coneflowers, and October skies, Aster October skies, and in amongst the trees is going to be Aster shortii, and it's going to come up vertical through the branching of the trees. There's enough light coming in there that'll look beautiful in this time of year. And in the back is Echinocloa, Aster divaricatus, another group of Amsonia butterscotch to catch that bright yellow, and then between that Geranium magnificum. All right, we'll take a look at it planted tomorrow, but I thought I'd run through the patterns. And I think it'll be a nice simple garden, groups, yet mingled. I think we can mingle and group at the same time. Not too mingled, not too grouped. I guess I would call this garden a not too mingled, not too grouped garden. All right, thanks everybody. Well, I started the garden the other day. I laid things out. So we finished planting everything today. And the crew is going around counting the plants. There's Mary over there, Emily, and there's Isidro sitting, and Jean. And the idea for counting all the plants is that as they walk by, they identify everything. They're learning who they are and seeing the plants within the relationships. So we're trying to make this educational too. So not only are you planting the plants, but you're learning who they are, and you're looking at the combinations created. And then we'll talk about how you can create different combinations based on growth rate, growth habit of the plants. So I like doing this because it's fun to work with our staff to learn the plants and then learn how they can go together quickly as a community. And we're not building for it. We already told the client this isn't something we build for. This is how we grow strong as a company, having knowledgeable gardeners. So let's take a look at some of the patterns in the island over here. We've got a Geranium Orion along the rock. We've got the Calamirus Blue Star, how could I forget you, with Amsonia butterscotch. And then we have Aruncus Misty Lace, and we're going to scatter Carex humilis in between the Geranium macrorrhizum. Then going out into the field, we've got out into the grass turf area, we've got Sprobolus aeroides. See, little groups of Sprobolus aeroides mixed with a Sprobolus heterolepis that was here, and a short echinacea I have just called Shorty, with Provskia little spire. Sorry, little spire. The echinacea is drifting through little spire, and a few Penstemig Dark Towers mixed in. And the glue, the connecting planting, is the Sprobolus aeroides, which goes all the way along the front of the bed. And then in the back of the bed, we have the Sprobolus heterolepis that we reuse with Sedges humilo, weaving through here, then coming onto the other side of the planting. And then we have Solidago Golden Fleece and Aster oblongifolius October Skies. And in the front is Caesaria autumnalis mixed with Salvia crystal blue. That creates a front of the bed. And I go back to Pete Outoff, stretch your patterns, Roy. So I'll remind all of you out there, stretch your patterns out. So the Caesaria autumnalis goes all the way along. Let's take a look at the front of the bed, where it's about 15 feet all along here and curves around the side here. So we're stretching the pattern out. And take a look at one more pattern, Carex humilis, drifting through with Iris cristata, Epimedium rubrum, Deschampsia gold towel, with a group of anemone pomina, two anemone pomina, Carex divulsa going up the hill slightly, but the majority of it is Carex humilis, carries all the way through up there, weaving around the Dropteris marginalis, or leatherwood fern. Little moments of Geranium bevins picking up in the other garden in front of the house. And then Aster divaricatus, cristata, Geranium max fry, cristata, Carex humilis, Amsonia butterscotch, two Solidago golden fleece, Carex humilis, runs into divulsa and Geranium macrorhizum. And then we have Aruncus misty lace, Hackana and divulsa. Divulsa is a tougher sedge. It'll take the driveway, the harsh driveway conditions, the plowing and everything. It's a very tough Carex. Very gentle and nice looking too, with the black seed heads. Okay, so I think when I think about this, I just think about what patterns do I start with. And the patterns that I started with were actually spotting Geranium macrorhizum around in different areas. So once I got the macrorhizums started, then I went with the Hackana in this little opening to kind of extend the shrub into a taller taper the spruce down this way. And I put the ferns in front of it to see from the house, so you can see the ferns we put in by the doorway. So there's some thinking going on into it, and then some field adjustments when I got here. You slide things around a little bit, so don't be afraid to make field adjustments. All right, hey, thanks for your time. If you have questions, let me know. I have to say it, I like my combinations. This little island worked out nicely, but then we'll see in reality in 3 to 5 years what changes we have to make. All right, take care, everybody.